Take us through Southern Miss, just kind of what you're seeing and what you know about them.
Yeah, I think, when you talk about Southern Miss, the first thing that stands out is the speed. When you watch the film, offense, we got a couple of wide receivers that are, really, really dynamic, can take it to the house at any point in time. Quarterback throws a really good ball. I think defensively they're all over the place. They're an aggressive defense. They've done a great job stopping the run in the first 2 games. And really, you talk about Monroe, it's a really good offense, and they held them to 14 points. I mean, that very impressive what they've done defensively. Very, very good skill athletes, I think, and certainly, will be a big challenge for us. One that we're looking forward to.
Marcus Green is probably considered the best special team guy in this conference right now. And, is there a way to really prepare for a guy like that that's really electric, both as a receiver and a returner?
Well, I think every team has certain guys that are pretty good in the slot that can return, game or as a receiver. It's hard, when you're defending them defensively, you got to put one on these, one on top, so you almost got to double cover. But when in the kicking game, it's a little bit different because everybody's got to fill their lanes, and once they get one guy make the miss, and then next thing you know, he's to the house. I mean, so it's hard to defend those guys. You just have to have your lane integrity. Everybody busting their tail to get down, and that's what makes it hard in kick return type games. I mean, we've been on the other end of that the last 2 weeks. Having 2 touchdowns in a kicking game, and it's all about setting those blocks up and then having a dynamic returner.
Zach and Caleb Evans are pretty different kind of quarterbacks, but at the same time they're both dual threat. I don't know, how much can you take away from what a ULM does against Southern Miss defense?
Well, I think for us, you kind of look at their scheme offensively, and what they do is some similar stuff, inside zone, and they have a quarterback that can run around, and they have some good receivers. So there's quite a bit of things we can take from that. And again, after watching it, Southern Miss D is pretty good. They got after the quarterback. He made some incredible runs, getting out of some trouble and getting first downs. And I think that's probably led to them, moving the football a little bit more. They really didn't run the ball great with the running back game. And then Green's a great player. He did have a big post and fumble the football. I mean, turnovers had something to do with this game too. And so turnover margin in a game like this will be huge.
What does Anthony Flory mean to the defense?
Yeah, well, he's been around here a long time. He's that leader on that side of the ball, and he's got his speed. I think his name of his game is running to the football. He's got good hands, so if the quarterback throws it away, he can intercept it. He's got really good size as well. So for him to be the mainstay in the middle there for the last 3 years and 3 or 4 years has been critical for us. And right now he's teaching these young guys. We got a lot of young linebackers there, and they're learning from him how he plays.
So I think maybe the negative takeaway from UNCC is just their third down conversion rate. Did you notice anything post game just about why it was so successful?
Well, I mean, a few of them we had him in the backfield, and we don't bring him down. He did a great job of stepping up and making plays with his legs, or stepping up and then throwing the football down the field for third down. It was a little bit frustrating, as you're watching it, because we got guys there and we just didn't finish the plays. And so, those are things that you can go back and coach on. Maybe an angle that we need to take a little bit better to close in on the quarterback. Because he wasn't an extremely fast runner, but he's very effective in stepping up in the pocket and pushing the rush by him. I thought that was a big key. If you do that on third down, then we really shut them down. I mean, I think but they converted a few of those third downs and able to get a few yards. But I think ultimately we held them out of the end zone, and I think that's the big key defensively.
You talked about Jalen being a guy in that recruiting class that was like one of those late minute add-ons. But who's the first guy that saw Jalen?
Well, we knew about him throughout that. Chris Foster at times our running back coach, and he's from Shelby.
Okay.
And so we knew about him and kept watching him all year, and we kept saying, here's a guy, you're always there's a guy. And so we get down to it, and we're like, let's bring him in. We like the way he plays, and ultimately had enough spot. And so we ended up going on him and taking him. And, sometimes it's funny how maybe those guys you take at the end sometimes turn out to be some of your better players. It's amazing because it's so much right here. I mean, what's in your heart to drive these guys to work hard and to develop? He's a developmental guy, made himself to a great player. So those guys got drive, and he's got that. I think that's why he's been so successful. Thanks, guys.